Hello and welcome to things I find interesting that happened today in the past, aka Tifitht Itp. This show is all about the historical events of the past, both recognized by actual historians and ones I personally find interesting enough to talk about. My information comes from the smart device application On This Day, the icon of which you can see as cutoff prevention at the beginning and end of this video. Anyway, on with the show! Today is Tuesday, December 8th, 2015. In 2010, the Japanese solar sail spacecraft Icaros passed the planet Venus at a distance of around 80,000 kilometers. Also in 2010, with the second launch of the SpaceX Falcon 9 and the first launch of the SpaceX Dragon, SpaceX became the first private company to successfully launch, orbit, and recover a spacecraft. In 2004, the Cusco Declaration was signed in Cusco, Peru, establishing the South American Community of Nations. In 1991, the leaders of Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine signed an agreement dissolving the Soviet Union and establishing the Commonwealth of Independent States. In 1980, John Lennon was murdered by Mark David Chapman in front of the Dakota in New York City. In 1955, the flag of Europe was adopted by Council of Europe. In 1953, U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower delivered his Atoms of Peace speech, which led to a U.S. program to supply equipment and information on nuclear power to schools, hospitals, and research institutions around the world. In 1941, during World War II, Japanese forces simultaneously invaded Shanghai International Settlement, Malaya, Thailand, Hong Kong, the Philippines, and the Dutch East Indies. Also in 1941 and also during World War II, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared December 7th to be a date which will live in infamy, after which the U.S. declared war on Japan. In 1927, the Brookings Institution, one of the United States' oldest think tanks, was founded through a merger of three organizations that had been created by philanthropist Robert S. Brookings. In 1922, Northern Ireland ceased to be part of the Irish Free State. In 1912, leaders of the German Empire held an Imperial War Council to discuss the possibility that war might break out. In 1813, Beethoven's 7th Symphony premiered, and in 1660, a woman appeared on an English public stage for the first time in the role of Desdemona in a production of Shakespeare's play Othello. And that concludes Tifitht Itp. For your dose of past events daily, I am Ao, you are you. Toodles.